Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. What is up? NX8. Yo, what is up? Welcome, welcome, man. It feels like forever since I've done this. Forever. I do not know how to feel right now. Feels like forever. Yeah, you're the first one in here. Love the profile picture, man. Jeez. Oh, man. Oh, man. Here we go. Let me see. I gotta go send out the link. My God, why do I feel like I'm such a oh man. Jeez. Feel like it's been a while since I've done this. No one probably knows. This is probably a bad time for everyone. Yo, do you remember Young Kim Soo greater than shit, good rap Gapryong? Uh I'm gonna pretend like someone didn't say that because that is just absolutely false. Absolutely false. Absolutely false. Told you, man. I appreciate you. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm going to talk about this chapter real quick. You give you guys who are never not who are not on my Patreon. Give you guys obviously I can't show the panels. You guys already know this if you've been following along with me. Thinking about PTJ verse and anything related to PTJ verse is I cannot yeah, I cannot show panels, so I'm just gonna be doing a deep dive, talking about the chapters, talking about it with you guys, and yeah, just do it like that every time for you guys because I feel like YouTube deserves something. It deserves something, right? You guys are the ones to get me on Lookism from the very beginning, so I feel like something has to be done, right? Yui, what's up? Roberto, what's up? What's happening? Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to the stream. Let me see. Right here. Right there. Let me give it to Discord. All right. Join the live. It's been a long time. I feel like it's been such a long time that I feel like I'm so new to this. Sorry, y'all. Just wait for me. Be patient. Everybody's like, what? What are you doing, Blair? What are you doing? There we go. There we go. There we go. What else did you guys say? Okay, Sunyeon and Choyeon was disappointing. Really? I didn't think the fight was disappointing at all. I actually enjoyed the fight for what it was worth. I've heard that the fight was prolonging, and it's like, well, how do you expect the fight to go? Especially with a fight, this is the fight of the fights of that series, right? And so you go through all this story, and now I hear people saying, well, the fight itself was just too prolonged. Sunyeon and Chonyeon, it should have wrapped up in a better way. And it's like this is the fight I wanted. Um, but yeah, seriously. Let's see what else we got here. Shingen is a beast. Guja, the fraud of Quest is Guja. How Daniel have UI? I don't understand. Daniel, what do you mean? You disappeared off the map of the earth, man. I just been biding my time. I was like, I went into my Eisen mode. Y'all already know. If y'all familiar with Eisen from Bleach, you would understand that reference. I just got into my Eisen mode and it just been plotting, man, making my return. But let's talk about it. Chapter 525. You guys are gonna hear me go through a quick synopsis of it. That synopsis, a quick, thorough review of it. We come back to where Shingen's identical twin brother, revealed to us that he has had the reverse eyes all along, which is a symbolism within the Yamazaki clan, a symbolism of leadership, right? Because you have to have the reverse eyes to be the president, to be the leader, to be the heir. Well, not to be the heir per se, but to lead the Yamazaki clan. That is one of the defining traits that you must have. And it was thought that Shintaro did not have it at birth, but later on he was able to control it at a younger age. And it was revealed that he did have him all along, but of course, finding out that he was the older sibling, and Shintaro being a master of the rules of the Yamazaki and enforcing them to the point that he will kill anything, even his own son, to enforce those rules. Start to fight with Shingen. They're going blow for blow, back and forth. Really cool to see. Really, definitely cool. I love their fight, and I do love the flashback of them as kids because it gives us more of their relationship because we don't have much of the relationship because Shingen has been in isolation ever since his battle with Gapryong Kim, who later is in this chapter as well, which was absolutely fun and cool too to get his knowledge and his idea thoughts of Shingen himself, which is really crazy towards the latter half of the chapter. But we see a young Shingen studying or whatever, as you know, because he has to be prepared. You know, as his father say, he has to be prepared to. I wouldn't say serve. I don't want to use the word serve, but you support his older brother, right? Support Shingen, not his older brother, but support Shingen. So in this flashback panel, where Shingen's reading a book, what it looks like, he looks identical to Gun. It is very identical, very identical. The only difference is he has on glasses. And Shingen is very playful, right? He's very playful. He's the brother that was like, let's go have fun, skip all this stuff. And it's cool. It was cool to see that from this side of it as well. And then you get back to their battle back and forth, la 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 la. Gun intervenes, right? Gun intervenes. It intervenes. Gun shows up after Shingen puts out a point because it looked like he was beating. Now, Shintaro looked like he was beating, or he had the edge as Shingen at some point during the fight, telling him that pretty much he's going to get rid of all of his kids, everything, whoever follows underneath you, Shingen, I am going to and cleanse this Yamazaki clan, and then I am going to the future. Gun shows up. We later find out that Shingen actually does care for Gun so much that when Shintaro ordered all of his other subordinates to get to dispose of Gun, Shingen jumps in the way and blocks all of the sword attacks, that were going to land on Gun, and revealing to us that he actually does in a flashback does care about Gun. And Gun says he asked Gun what does he want from him, and Gun simply wants a name. So we know that's going to happen. But before, I don't think he gave him the name. Shintaro ends up slicing off Shingen's arm. And now we get into this whole thing with Gapryong Kim, and he's actually having an interview with reporter Kim, which was cool to see too. And he talks about Shingen. And he was like, every altruistic user is relatively the same on how they use it, adjusting their powers, all right, according to their opponent's strength and level. The difference is with Shingen's ultra instinct is that the reason why he had to utilize it is to suppress his powers, right? How the way he utilizes ultra instinct is to suppress his true power from tearing people from limb to limb and all this other stuff. And that's why he always goes into battle alone, which we get the classic flashback of his picture going through what looks like a destruction of Korea. Downtown Seoul was what it looks like. And he looks like he is just plowing through all of Jin Young's subordinates people. So it was really, really cool to see. But now we later find out that Shingen is going to unleash his true ultra instinct, if you will. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. But I did enjoy this chapter. I am enjoying this flashback. I know a lot of people. I see it a lot of people too. Trust me, y'all. I still got my eyes peeled, and I still seen people saying that this gun flashback arc isn't necessary. It's not all that. And I'm like, come on, stop it. Stop it with the cap. Y'all just mad because one, Gun came off a huge victory, especially against somebody like Goo, which has been a long-standing battle. He pretty much completely just got rid of or just completely destroyed the whole second generation. That's literally from battle to battle to battle to battle to battle. And now we get his flashback. But like I tell you, though, this too. Oh, Blair, please. I don't get the part when Gapryong says Shingen suppresses strength. So with Ultra Instinct, with Ultra Instinct, usually the user, such as Daniel or such as Gun himself, usually when they're fighting someone, say if they're fighting somebody stronger, usually, right? Like I'll use an example. Let's say Daniel versus Ji Chong, right? And Ji Chong was completely destroying Daniel to the point where nothing would work. Chemo Daniel wasn't working, so Ultra Instinct, when utilizing it, the strength is equivalent to their opponent's power level. Whatever power level that opponent is showing, Ultra Instinct uses it as a way, as the center of acting as if it is going to counter it with the same exact strength, or even countering it to up its strength to suppress or to subdue or to defeat the opposition, if you will. I'm jammering on, but uh Shingen uses his ultra instinct to suppress his true power. Is all it is. It's wild. Yeah, this UI of Shingen is the ultimate UI that we also saw in Gun. Makes me think that UI Daniel got. Yeah. So it is possible to cut the black bone. Yep, there is hope for Goo. There is hope for Goo. And that's another thing that I want to elaborate this too, because people think that I'm a Goo hater just because I'm a Gun lover. And it's like that is not true at all. I actually do enjoy Goo. It's just that Gun has always been my favorite guy since the fucking beginning of the series, and I'm tired of talking about it. People act like I just got on this train. It's like, no, Gun has always been my favorite. Y'all even know this. It always been Gun is first. Used to be Vasco, then it became Gun, and then Vasco became second, and then Daniel became third. Yes, you heard me say Vasco, and I still have him up there. So y'all know I'm not lying about it. Vasco, yes, that Vasco. But yes. So Goo, I feel like this fight between Shingen and Shintaro is a little bit of foreshadowing, if you will. Because if we all have to understand, Gun is in prison right now, but do we honestly believe Gun is going to be in prison, stay in prison throughout the whole duration of Lookism until it ends? Absolutely not. Why do you think we get his flashback? It's almost an anime trope. It's an anime cliche. It's a manga cliche. Usually, when you get a character's flashback, is because it brings you full circle to how that character is, and that character is pretty much served its purpose within the story, right? That is for Daniel Park, right? To up him, to give him his character development, a lot. So in my eyes, I always had it in my eyes that Gun was going to die eventually within the series. It was just a matter of when that time was going to come. I did not think he was a character that was going to live all throughout Lookism to the very end. I do not believe that still to the second. I believe he's going to die. Now, the question is, who is that going to be to? Now, we know that there is a fight too that with him and James Lee that everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to see Gun versus James Lee still. That is a fight that everybody would like to see. I absolutely get that. But best believe Goo is going to come for around, I want to say around 3 at this point, because they fought at the junkyard. They fought this time around, and now there's a round 3. So, and I also think it's foreshadowing that Gun's uncle, Shintaro, is a katana user, just like his rival. Y'all see the connections here? Y'all see the parallels? Shintaro Shingen. Shintaro uses a katana weapon-based user. Gun and Goo. Goo is a weapon-based user. And then we found out, right? We found out that Shintaro has a katana that can slice through black bone. Remember, when Goo was fighting Gun, he couldn't slice through his bone because of the black bone. He didn't have a sword, now a katana that was able to enable him to do so. So I do believe that if they're going to fight again, best believe Goo is going to come better prepared. That's all I have to say. That is all I have to say. I can see them killing each other off for all I know. I can. Shingen was holding back. Shingen is chill. He had morals as well. Yeah, Shingen, I like Shingen a lot. Blair, please. Let's see what else. So is it possible to cut the black bone? There was hope to go. Yep. Our LY, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. What do you think, Blair? When will the war begin? Which Goo was talking about literally after this flashback. After this flashback, if PTJ doesn't go back to Daniel with his friends and peace and all that stuff during the latter arc, is definitely happening right after this. I think we just have to get through Gun's flashback and his story and his why the way he is, because he's such a don't get it misconstrued. Goo is a character too, and I don't know how people will react if Goo doesn't have like his own flashback arc. but has a flashback. I think Goo fans will be pretty upset. So I'm not sure what PTJ is going to do with that character aside. But I think this was the time for Gunn to, get through his backstory real quick. But I think this war is definitely underway. You have Gite in town. You have you have Kite in town after he visited his brother, who he determined if he was going to kill or not kill based off his answer or how he views Gapryong Kim, their father. Jake gave him his honest answer, like that dude is a fraud. That dude cheated on my mother countless times. People think that he's some god, some saintly god, but he's really not because he only views them from one way. He only views them for putting up his interests over his family. And Jake is Jake, right? Jake is like more of the family member. He is like the good kid. He is the good kid, right? And we found that at that time that Kite literally collect momentums of Gapryong, like almost like Jake's glove that he got from his father, the pipe, the shirt. So he went around he killed all of their brothers. Remember that Kite killed all of their brothers because of their answers. So they must have said that they really loved Gapryong and they aspired to be him. He was like, nope. And he offered all of them besides Jake. So yeah, I think the war is definitely going to come after this arc for sure. Unless PTJ does something with the second generation, them having a good time back in school before that point. But the way Lookism is going, I don't think they're going to go back to school. I think it's going to happen right after this. So this is going to be crazy. I'm liking Shingen more. Shingen after this chapter has become more likable, and that's just because the chapters prior to it, we haven't gotten anything from him. Remember, he's been in isolation since his fight with Gapryong Kim. He didn't want to talk to anybody. He didn't care to talk to anybody, right? He has not made one move. He has not cared. So we didn't get more insight on him. And it's sad to say that now we got a little bit of his character, and it's sad now because you could tell that he was actually it seemed like he was a good and genuine person, right? He would have to do it for what he had to do, but he was playful as a kid. He wanted to be the playing kid. He just wanted to have fun as a kid with his brother cared more about the rules of how best to serve him or whatever like that, even though he found out too late that he was originally the older brother. A lot. And this is why we're at where we're at between the two brothers. Yeah, see you. Welcome to the stream, man. We back. Yes, we're back, and we're gonna be back. UI of Shintaro had red tint at the beginning. Shingen had green tint, but now he has pure white UI like Daniel Razor. That's true. That's true. This showed white completely. My question is, did Gapryong say? I have to go back and look. Did Gapryong say that Shingen was able to control this version of Ultra Instinct? I think he should be able to still. No, actually, maybe not, because he said that's the reason why he goes alone. Because if he has to unleash that Ultra Instinct, that side of him, he has to be alone for that very reason. I'm assuming because he can't discern from friend from foe, and he doesn't want to tear up his friend's limbs from limbs, and he's probably not in total control of it. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm so curious about Elite comes into contact with Gun. I know, me too. I want to know after even this, because even though it was a little bit, Gun has received a little bit of love. He's going to give him a name, but that's not enough for Gun. I think Gun is going to feel empty. You can tell Shintaro and Shingen this is going to be the end of the Yamazaki clan. Gun goes off, does his little things. We can make speculation as he goes off and fight for different dojos, learns from all these different people, goes off and rule things around Japan a little bit before meeting Charles Choi in prison at this point, before they form a union. So I'm just curious how Charles was able to get him on his side. It has to be a good reason, that's for sure. It better not be cliche. That will be the one thing that I would curse PTJ about. If Gunn just joins Charles Choi off of just a basic reason, I am not gonna like that, like at all. I'm not gonna like it at all. Yep, Razor, exactly. This chapter, when you look at it, literally just upscales Gapryong even more so. Remember now, a lot of people, if they're smart, have Gapryong in top tier. It's always been, he's been the talk throughout the whole series. even through this chapter, even through Shingen, who we see is diabolical and is top tier. Gun's father, top tier, without question, right? Gapryong beat this dude. Gapryong beat this dude to the point he went into isolation. Think about that. That's insane. That is insane. And y'all wonder why James Lee, and I told y'all this, if you think it was just James Lee that killed Gapryong even back then, you're absolutely crazy. Even if this is a bigger, heavier version of Gapryong, post Gapryong Kim Fiske and Gapryong Kim into politics, it does not matter. Once a fighter, always a fighter. Now, the thing is, just not saying you can't be out of prime, though, but I'm just saying you still have those skills intact, right? It's insane to me. That's insane. Gapryong is out of this world. He is out of this world. Shingen better father is per Lookism parenting standard. Shingen is a better father though. Like he was able to, he loved his kid so much. He just, it was just weird for him because Gun reminded Shingen of himself. And usually as a parent, your kids would do that for you. And sometimes you don't like to look at it. Your kid is a reflection of you. And how will blur on, yes, I am a father as well. Y'all know this for the most part that is out there. Your kid is ultimately a reflection of you. And so you have to sit there and look at yourself sometimes. And sometimes you will see those flaws that you don't want to acknowledge. I don't need to get into that, but you guys sure will understand that, right? But Shingen is dope though. I like Shingen a lot. I like Shingen a lot. Do you think Gabrielle beat Shingen, or do you think it was the main four characters of the class of power of friendship? CR, I think it was because if you look at it, we seen in the flashback that Gabrielle. Where did we see this at? We seen this in Jin Young's flashback. Jin Young had a flashback when he was fighting against Jake, I believe, at this time, and this is during the first affiliate 1A, and you see Jin Young on the ground, look like he's incapacitated, and then but you see Gapryong still up, but you see him damaged a little bit. I think ultimately they tried to jump him, maybe the Gapryong fist game because of Shingen being Shingen, but I think Gapryong surpassed his wall. I think this is the fight that made him really who he is, the legend of who he is. I could outright just even say that, right? I feel like that fight between him and Shingen really made him a legend throughout everywhere, solidified his name. But just because Shingen is a part of the Yamazaki has been around for such a long time, and you know their brute strength is undeniable. So I ultimately think they tried to jump Shingen at first, that didn't work, and through some last miracle, you know, Gapryong was able to prevail against him. You know what I mean? Tekka Down 09 said Goo Sung James Lee Gridden and Gapryong. That is wild. That's a crazy take. That's a crazy take. That's a crazy take. It's a crazy take. I'm sorry. We also need Moonjin to appear in a flashback since he's at the same level as Gap and Shingen. I need to see some more Moonjin. And that y'all got to remember that means Ven Jin really, really is going to be a big deal by end the series. Really. Top five. He could be top five in the series. Top five. Ven Jin. So I know he lost. I mean, we know he lost against Taejen, but please believe that payback is coming. Also, we saw Gun and Kenta's flashback killing Kenta's class, so we know Shingen will win. Yeah, I hope not. Imagine how strong would someone with the blood of Yamazaki and Gapryong Kim. How strong was someone with the blood of Yamazaki and Gapryong Kim? Oh my God. If they had both of them, oh my Lord. Whoo. Oh man. I can see that. Yeah. Dude, it's crazy. This chapter was absolutely insane. I absolutely having a ball. Having a ball. Having a ball. Yep. Let's see. I think it was a Gap versus Shingen 1v1. It wouldn't make sense for everyone to call Gap the strongest if it took more people to beat Shingen. Uh, I said it started off. I said possibly it could start off as that way. And those people versus Shingen are probably not anything. I think this is one of the real reasons why even somebody as the VP of the Gapryong Fist gang, as in, Charles Troy, elite. I think once he saw Shingen and he saw how easily Shingen was disposing of everybody, I probably think that's probably the time he was fearful the most of any individual. We can almost guarantee that without question. Invest in Daniel stocks on me. Daniel stocks is really gonna go up though, because we don't. This man still has to. Man, Gapryong and Shingen is literally Hashiraman and Madara. That's true. Great analogy to use. What do you think about the implication of the future arc for the character of Gite? Tell me more about this motherfucker. We've been more brutal and bloodier than guns. Mm, Uh, it's going to be fascinating to get Gite's backstory, his flashback as well, of his upbringing, of how, because you have to understand, Gite, Gabrielle had a kid by somebody else, right? Before he had Jake and all these other kids and all this other whatever, right? So clearly Gabrielle left his mother for whatever reason that might be, we don't know. So we can magically assume that Gite was raised mainly by his mother at that point. Probably went through a lot of struggles. Probably went through hating his father. Period. Clearly, he hates him because he will kill any one of his siblings, his siblings, to prove that point. Right? If any of them if Jake was to say I love Gabrielle Kim, Jake wouldn't be in the series right now. He lifted him up like he was a teddy bear with proud opening hands, like he was a proud older brother. Y'all remember that scene? That was hilarious. But we can imagine that Gite, he's with the cartel, definitely has a bloodier story too. Yamazaki clan isn't one to fill with. We could actually make an equivalency to that. Yamazaki cartel, bloody clans, bloody tribes, you know, bloody groups. So there's that. What's your dream fight in Lookism? My dream fight? Honestly, I might have to say, I know y'all gonna look at me strange, but I'm gonna say James Lee versus Gunn. Because and the reason why I'm saying this, I know Daniel will have a lot of great matchups too, but especially after now, is just James Lee is like an anomaly right now where we don't know where his true strength lies, right? And then getting both of their sides in this battle too, right? With clear level heads and going into it. I would love to see it. I would love to see those two characters go at it. On top of what if Daniel's father's body is used to make the second body Daniel, because of which both second and first body are starting to look similar. That could very well be the point right there, because that is true. That's a very true thing. We always said this. OG, the more we ascend throughout the story, OG is looking more and more and more and more and more alike to his second body, to his counterpart. So that could very well be a thing too. That could be that second body, that clone body of his, could be used from his father's genetics, if you will, right, from his DNA. So that could very well be a thing too. Very well. Gite might be a jackhammer. If Daniel controls his UI, then he's going to be a monster. Absolutely. Absolutely. And remember that's where Daniel's character has to go to strive towards for power. For ultimate, like to get that ultimate power, is to be able to learn how to control Ultra Instinct to a T. That is Daniel's path right now, and that will forever be his path towards the end of the series. You can imagine, because that is his power ultimately, is Ultra Instinct, right? But I'm curious to know. Here's what I'm curious about, because remember, I find it quite interesting. Gun Park, Daniel Park, but also we know where he get the park name from, and it was from his mother's side, right? Before his father actually had given him a name, because his father didn't know he was even in existence. He didn't know he was born, right? We just got that this chapter. He was being filled in on this. So think about it like this. Somi Park, how is she in any relation? Is she in any relation to Mama Park, Grandma Park, that side of the family? We do know that Park is a surname that is relatively used and it is common in Korea, but I would not be surprised. And I find it very, very, very I find it to be a big coincidence, if you will. Let me know if y'all agree with that. Let me know if y'all agree with that. I think Somi Park Gun's mother has something, maybe could be a relative to the Park family, to Daniel's family. They could be relatives. Hell, they could even be cousins, and we might not even know. They could be. Gun might know it himself. Gun might know it. They might be even cousins. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Because how could you my thing goes back to this with Daniel. How did you acquire Ultra Instinct? The reverse eyes are a symbol of the Yamazaki family. Even though Gun way back when said that it's not hard to use, I think people misinterpret that translation because he said it's really not hard to use and stuff like that. Well, this dude has been born with Ultra Instinct. No wonder why he said that. Think about it. Think about it when he first fought Daniel, second body Daniel at the school. Second body Daniel, after he choked him out, reveals that he has Ultra Instinct. Gunn makes the statement back then, way back when, makes the first statement, well, it's not actually hard to use. Yeah, no wonder why it's not hard to use, because you were born literally with it, having it. No wonder why. You're accustomed to it. So it's crazy. It's crazy, man. What's going on, Slifer? Long time no see. DT, what's happening, man? What is happening? What's going on, man? What's going on? I haven't seen y'all in a little bit. I know. Um, it's crazy, man. We know you could just learn Shintaro. Doesn't he know he wasn't born with it? It's true. But is that related to Yamazaki? Is that related to just the bloodline? Because it wasn't really said. Like, that's what PTJ, that's what he does though. Yes, according to Gunn, it's not hard to use. La. That's what he tells Gunn at the that's what he tells Daniel at the very beginning at the high school. No shit, you were born with them. You had them since you were a baby. I mean, yeah. I just don't be surprised and don't sit there and look stranded with a dumb face if you find out that they're actual relatives, Daniel and Gunn. That's all I'm trying to tell you guys. Don't sit there and be surprised because I wouldn't be surprised. Nah, Shintaro had it from birth. It doesn't really say. It says that he had it since he was a kid. Some people interpret it as, oh, did he just learn it when he was a kid? Or maybe did he just turn it off? It says it was a born with it. Yeah. It said that he had him when he was a kid, that he eventually learned it, the reverse eyes, as a kid. And then hiding it away from people. Man, oh man, we're in agreement that you wouldn't be surprised in the future we learned that Gite was actually stronger than James Lee Prime. Gun, it even remember though. How many of y'all in here think right now that Gite is stronger than James Lee? I am so curious about this. I am so curious. I am so curious. How many of y'all think that Gite Kim is stronger than Gapryong? Not Gapryong, James Lee. I am so curious what people's answer is going to be. It's not a right or wrong answer. There's narratives on both sides, but there's a huge. I don't think so right now. Slifer, what do you think? Do you think that he's not? Do you think? Are you talking about Gite being stronger than James? So who? Which one? He's not James. Is the peak? Oh, he's not James. Is the peak? Oh my God, B. I don't think so right now. Chapter 465. He was the peak of the first generation. It did say that in chapter 465. Blur, they explained he actually didn't. I think so. He's not James. Is the peak? James went into training right now. I think James will be stronger after his training arc. James Lee is not the peak, but he's stronger than Gapryong. Ooh. Oh, not Gap. Gite. Oh, okay. Slifer. I was like, what? So, okay. So you think as of right now, James Lee is stronger than Gite. Okay. Honestly, guys. Honestly, I know what a lot of people could say. Hell no, bro. We get so, bro. All this chapter has done is literally uplift Gapryong some more after this Shingen whole thing. Everybody been questioning Gapryong. Gapryong is really him. Think about it. He's really him. If this dude beat Shingen in a one-on-one actual fight, oh man. Man, oh man. Y'all wonder why they really had to jump Gapryong Kim. They really had to plot a plan They couldn't simply just go to find where he's at, then challenge him in a fight to kill him. No, they couldn't do that. They had to plot everything out. Gapryong gets another upscale, and then that's is wild. Is wild to me. Hi, welcome to the street. NGNTK, welcome, man. Deshaun, welcome. Roberto, I told you. DT, yep. Mexico, man, what's going on with you, Blur? What do you think the upcoming arc will be? And what's the reaction of workers at Jays to Gite and Gu Alliance? The workers. It's interesting because I remember Eugene asking Jays Lee what kind of man Gite was before he left. And this is before he left to go search for gun and la. So I don't know how they would feel about it as of now if Eugene doesn't even know the answers to about how Gite is really as a person, which he is crazy as hell as the readers. Guys, how do you expect him to be Gite? He's a monster. Haven't you seen how he doesn't even respect James Lee, let alone Gu? For real though, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The way Gite just be the way Gite just looks at Gu just like he's fodder. It's hilarious to me. He just looks at him like, bro, you ain't him. You ain't him. You ain't him. Get didn't jump no one. No, he didn't stop. I had him above Shingen before this. They jumped Shingen like Gen 2 did Gun. Oh, do you know that for well? Here's what we do know. Okay, let me play the mediator between you guys, Slifer and DT. Let me play the mediator. Remember during 1A, the first affiliate arc. Remember when Jin Young was explaining to Jake after their fight about what really happened, or there was a little flashback towards Jin Young and Gapryong Kim, but they looked like they were fighting somebody. Remember, Jin Young looked like he was on the ground incapacitated with blood on his face. And then you had Gapryong Kim standing up. He looked a little damaged, but he was talking about protecting those that were precious to him. You know, his family members, his fist gang, and such like that. That could have been a moment where he was fighting Shingen. It could have been they tried. I mean, that's hard to say. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. Let me see. Johan doesn't respect anyone either. It doesn't really mean anything. TT. Not gonna lie, James Lee gives me the humble but strongest vibe. I think always acting on the low. True, Sir Hawk. I do agree with that. Gite is a bum. DT, what is up with you? You really call Gite a bum? You are wild. He was holding Jake up like a little baby. What you talking about, bub? He was about to kill him right on the spot. He was about to kill, bro. He was about. Oh man. He was about to kill Slifer's other favorite character if Jake didn't show up like he did. Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. But what do you think the King of Incheon and Busan will have since they got kept hidden? I think it's a role where they either one don't want to be in politics anymore or that kind of virtual of the world, so they just keep to themselves, or they align themselves with Charles Choi in one way or a matter, you know, or some type of matter that benefits them somehow. Blur, you said it, chapter 517. Gute looked Goo like Goo was a shit. He looked at Goo like Goo wasn't shit. You're absolutely right. Gute looked at him like, Goo, you ain't shit. And you just lost too, my guy. You didn't think I know about that? What do you think James would do? He broke with workers. If he allied with Gite and Goo, it would be too OP. Maybe he will ally with Allied to think, maybe. Yeah, but this is what I think happened, Blur. I think both Gapryong Kim and Shingen ran different gauntlets. Okay. I don't think Jin Young and Gap fought together rather one-on-one. Okay. Do you think Jays and Gite are still allied? I do. I do think so. I know that's been a question too, because Jays doesn't really speak on it, even though he went to go trade with him and all this other stuff. I still think they are allied. I do. I believe so. I mean, Gite is 26 while Gu was 20. He's a brat to him, and age matter 6 years is a big deal. Look at Gu 2 years ago and now. True. Jays isn't humble. LOL. It's legit stated by Shitara that the Yamazaki syndicate lost to Gas Fist Gang. Saying that it was Shingen alone getting jumped makes no sense. We say Base Jake is impressive. So G and Haruto died for no reason. Literally the most Wasted deaths ever. So G isn't dead though. Trust. Slifer. According to the logic, the further you go in the story, the stronger the villains become. Gite could be the perfect ultra strong villain, so Gite could be the monster that terrorizes more than Gun. See, it's not far fetched. Sidhu was about to get a conviction amp in full Gite. Dude said a conviction amp. He says Sidhu. Bro, chill, DT. Gun is coming back, though, Zay. Gun is coming back. Shintara did pull up, by the way. Fizz has his Mickey, but no, Shintara got folded by Mako. Oh man. Shingen is the entire Yamazaki clan. He said Shingen. How many of y'all love Shingen right now, especially after this chapter? How many of y'all really, really mess with Shingen's character now? I really do. Gite versus TUI Gun, who you got, Blur? Ooh, I might have to. This is me biting my nails. Shingen is cool. I like Shingen a lot. Gite more than Gun. These motherfuckers so funny. Hold on, DT. Hold on. What does that response mean exactly? Vinjin is probably trading right now like crazy after the reporter told him. That's true. Vinjin need to get back into it. That's what y'all need to be worried about. Don't be worrying about Gun. Gun did his thing. I'm satisfied. Y'all hear it from me. Y'all know I'm a big Gun fan. I'm satisfied. Gun completely obliterated second gen, did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? Gun did what he had to do. The characters y'all need to worry about is characters like Vengeance, characters like Hudson on, because he ain't been shit for a long time now. He got PTSD. These are the characters y'all need to worry about. Y'all need to worry about Goo, because Goo just came off from a loss. I like how nobody talk about Goo's loss though. And I think it's because people are trying not to hurt people's feelings, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Because if I had to make fun of Johan for his losses, if I had to make fun of Zach from his losses, if I had to make fun of all these other characters for the losses, I gotta make fun of Goo though too. He lost to my guy. Everybody was talking shit. And I remember that too. I remember that. But Goo lost. So there's that. Why does PTJ waste good characters design on fathers? We don't know Gite's mother yet. Imagine if Gite's mother is a Yamazaki and Gite had UI. Oh my god, that's just too much. Notice how all these people are getting active when Johan is gone. Watch how the second gen getting disrespected when the king is gone. Slifer, chill. We still have a king in Daniel Park. Chill, my guy. Sly. They see the Gen 2 peaks. According to one A, Johan never lost, though. Stop. And Jays and Gite, though, they can step up. On Gen 2, getting upscale from Gite's team. Jerry is training plus save for Ven. Eli going to workers for the Chinese tour to investigate Ali's death. Yeah, I can't wait for that. I can't wait to see. I'm actually excited for Eli's arc. I am. That like I'm glad that PTJ isn't just giving him, hey, he's just running his shop. Daniel, I got no trust in him. I got no trust in Johan. Johan still lost. He need to get his endurance up, my guy. That dude about to go play a high schooler right now. You didn't hear? For Halloween is just around the corner. He about to go play his high school self. He said he don't want to fight no more. What you talking about? And Daniel, I trust. Daniel lost to my favorite character. These two altruistic users. Either what? Either way, him losing or Gun losing to me was all the same. But are you telling me that dude didn't take the most damage from Gun? I'm telling you that he didn't fight TUI Gun. Tell me this. Did Johan Song fight TUI Gun? No one did. Disappointed in us. Yeah, Daniel did. It's like Daniel did. The Blur endurance shit is old news. Hey, what is he going to do right now? What is Johan going to go do right now for Halloween? Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. We good without him. He could come in or whatever to protect Zach. Zach go stay in the fold. Somebody got to protect Zach. So I think Johan's character is most likely going to be that person that when Zach gets overwhelmed or whatever, since that's his closest friend or whatever, if he's in trouble, this is where Johan is going to appear and fight in some serious ass shit, especially because he got both his eyes back. I'm just telling y'all, he need to get his endurance up. That man need to go run a couple of marathons around the world. He need to be like David Goggins. He need to go be an ultra marathon runner for a whole year, a whole 6 months, and then he need to come back so he can get his endurance up. Don't get mad at me. I'm just telling y'all what it is. Uh let's see. So I was bloodthirsty, something like that. Let Hudson cook. Hudson, man, Hudson, Hudson got PTSD. He said, no, he needs to go to Harvard. No, he going to Yale. What you talking about? He said he need to go to Harvard. Hey, for real though, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. It's been a while, but one thing I do like about PTJ, what he's doing with these characters right now, he's giving them a different purpose right now. Like Johan isn't so hell bent on revenge against Gun no more. That's all squared away. And it's like it's perfectly said how Gun said it to him. How Gun said to Johan that, you know what? You're always just mad. The reason why you're mad is because not just me, but it's for everything else in your life, and you need to vent out that anger towards me. I love that. You pretty much have to call him out like what it is. Like, hey, and I like that Johan going to do his little thing. He needs to do his little thing. You know what I'm saying? He need to go study. He want to be a normal kid. He said, Questism. I'm tired of helping people fight. Even my own cousin, Song Haru. That's their battle now. I don't care about being unifying gun buck no more. I'm just going to do me. I'm going to live for me. I'm going to live a normal life because I've been through a lot of shit. You see what I'm saying? I love that. Eli's story. Eli is going to go investigate now. See if Ali's death, what it was, all this other stuff. That's another thing for him. I'm glad PTJ is giving these characters something to work with. You know what I'm saying? I think it's all good. I think it's all good. Johan needs to become a punching bag to become strong. But notice how calm Johan was and how he was spitting. No, for real. You, Slifer, how far we go back now? You see me dislike Johan so much, and you see me this time. It's been a while. Give him his respect. I like him now. Like, I like him a lot more now as a character. I like him a lot more. Blur got more character development than Hudson. Bro, Hudson, I'm sorry. Y'all fans out there, Ansan, y'all repping Ansan or whatever, y'all, Hudson need to do a lot. Because I'm going to tell y'all like this. If it's going to be some cliche stuff, he at the last second, he just takes down a powerful character. I'm not with it. That dude got a lot to show for. I'm saying. All right. Yo, what's good, Blur? DJ Sanjay and Woo, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, man. What is happening, bro? What do you think Infinite Tech is? Infinite Technique is to literally, what do I think it is? Is that what you're asking? Like literally what I think it is? Because I think they described it. Hudson is a failure, bro. Trusted Hudson, bro. I am not trusted in a L. Y'all can give the same energy to Hudson that y'all gave to Zach all those years before he became who he became right now. Y'all, I seen everybody clown Zach. Y'all called him the walking L for such a long time before pre-training. Y'all call that. Y'all better give that same energy to Hudson. The only difference is with Hudson, this man went to go fight Eli, lost 2 or 3 times, and it looked like it was low diffed. Then said, I can't go run back to Ansan because I can't face my daddy as in Taesu Ma because I can't tell him like, hey, I didn't meet the guy and I got clowned by him 3 more times. Instead, he has PTSD and he's staying over the ops house. It don't get any worse than that because he can't go home until he proved that he can beat Eli. But hating Zach is more fun, Blur. Hey, Slifer, I'm telling you right now, you better not stop. You better stop hating Zach because Zach is the only way Johan gonna make his interest back in. When this war starts, I'm gonna make this prediction right now because Johan does not want to be a part of anything, right? Unless it's something affecting his close friends or whatever. And the only way Johan is going to engage into any fights now going throughout the series if Zach's in danger, Mira's in danger, or his mother is in danger. Those three people right then and there. That's the only way you're gonna get Johan to come back up and be like, okay, what's going on? Unless Johan, which I don't think he'll do, because he seems like I wonder if he always has the mentality of that one man army, like God Dog, unless he joins Allied, which is a different thing because they don't go off the standard, hey, you're 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They don't do that. It's just an alliance, right? Where Daniel's at the centerfold. Let me see this. Broad Dog greater than everybody. Broad Dog, that's crazy. It's like, why do these act like, he said Sly. Why do these people act like DJ is the boogeyman? Nah, we can't call him the boogeyman. Kendrick Lamar is the boogeyman. He might be a Johan Victor. I don't want to push it though. Cry, he is DT. Y'all wild. What do you think about Jay? We didn't see him go all out. Do you think he hiding something like the eyes? imagine you see Jay get into a serious fight, somebody knock off his glasses or some shit like that. This dude reveals to have ultra instinct. Y'all will all be crying. Y'all will all be crying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Blur, do you think it's only the Lookism cast that would be in the war, or will there be some appearances from other manhwa? Honestly, I think there could be some appearances from other manhwa, especially Questism now. Questism is about to wrap up. There needs to be. We seen a character specifically, Gaul, from How to Fight, uh, joined the chapter as Charles Choi was before Charles Choi jumped off the building and committed suicide. Right. So yeah, I absolutely believe other characters, especially for Questism, since that's wrapping up too, are going to join this. PTJ to me is just a lost opportunity. And to me, he should already have thoughts of making a crossover series between those series. Let's see. Hey, Blur, could you imagine King of Busan doesn't exist, and if they meet them so they might see the empty chair? I think that would be hilarious. Did LC need a character like Ite in their verse, like crazy bloodier? That would be interesting. What do you think? Actually, LC been on fire. I don't know if y'all been reading LC. That's been one of my favorite series, especially this year with everything that's going on. Oh my god! In some ways, to me, even better than Lookism. I'm sorry to say this, especially the past couple of chapters. I'm sorry to say this, man. LC been man, that shit has been fire. Let me know, Slifer. You been reading LC, my guy? That shit has been fire. But I can see the three of the top 10 that we have not seen yet, one of those characters being more like Ite as it being bloodthirsty and all that stuff. Not saying that these other characters weren't or not like that. They're just crazy. But let me know. Jay holding back his UI. Jay's will either be strongest or the biggest fraud. Like he won't get a fight at all, or he is the main villain. True. I haven't seen the V hit ending, but if Hobbit was still a YouTuber, then it would have been far better for Hobbit to be the one there. Oh, of course. But I think somebody as the main character like Hobbit, I think he deserves more of a spotlight as it interacting with one of the main characters in Lookism. That's just me saying that. What could be Eugene in future? What could be Eugene in future plan? I have no idea. You've been reading Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint? No, I have not caught up to that. I would love to though. I cannot wait for that. No, there were two top tens that we haven't seen. There's two. You're right. Yeah, there is two. Because it's confirmed that Daniel and Hobbit are friends. It is. What did you think about season one of viral hit anime? I still need to watch all of that. So him calling Hobbit would be sick as part of the plan. Swear to God, that would be sick as fuck. Slifer, PTJ, he need to be getting on this shit. Blur, how do you think our trio will get upscale? Since Broddock said to Vasco, I gave you all my techniques, same with Gone Soap and Gun in Prison. Oh, man. Well, the only way for me, in my eyes, Daniel gets an upscale, really, is if he controls Ultra Instinct, which is like the last thing. If he's able to control it. Choyon is a better player than Suyeon. I don't know. Suyeon outbeat Choyon, so I don't know about that. Thoughts on how badly Yute would get beaten if he pulls up to Gon Buck. This it ain't like Johan's gonna be there. So the person who unified Gun Buck right now, Suyeon, gonna have to protect himself. But if the hidden power of Shintaro when Eugene tosses reporter. Solitaire, Haju one shots. Hajun one shots. So Yon is enough. Oh, yeah. So Yon is dope, though, man. He is dope. He is dope. He is dope, man. I'm enjoying Questism too again. I gotta react to Reality Quest though. Reality Quest chapter came out yesterday. I gotta get to that. But I'm satisfied with this chapter. I am satisfied with this chapter, man. Satisfied. Satisfied. Oh, I'm stacking chapters of Reality Quest and LC, bro. Where are you at, LC and Y, Slifer? Where are you at? What chapter are you at, man? I gotta know. What number? I gotta know. Cause this man is crazy. It is crazy, man. Oh man. Okay. Let's see. So y'all use. Let's make a deal on Johan that it'll use the elixir to how strong Johan would be. I do believe Choyeon is stronger than Suya, and his stat is obviously like to EXR. The start of war, last I remember, was one of the top 50s pulling up on Best Girl. Oh my God, bro, you got a lot to catch up on. Holy crap. When I tell you like this, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed Lookism, right? Especially during this flashback because it's my guys. But LC, man, that shit has been killer. Ugh, it's been good. It's been really good. After Choyeon lost. After the backstory, I feel like God would be with the good sis. Charles died. I don't know about that. I don't think so. I personally don't think so. Will Soo-yeon have the highest potential in PTJ verse? And I am serious. He could. He has a system. He has a system. It can very, very well. Absolutely. Let me see here. Yeah, he has the highest hacks. Did you like Gun's backstory? I'm enjoying it right now. Absolutely, man. We've been waiting for this. He does actually all he needs is a bit of okay. He does a DT. Who has the highest potential? I haven't been playing Sparky like that for real. I feel like I lost all the will for games. Hey, Slifer, is when you get to my age, my old age, you really feel that even more. Peter or Gapryong, please ask Peter as a killer Peter? Oh, come on. Oh my god. His hack stopped working once opponents reach a certain tier. Oh my god. You're asking me between Peter and Gabrielle, like killer Peter? Oh man, that's shit. Yo, just say Gap. Gap. Johanna Day had the highest potential. It's true, you know it. I do know it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, y'all remember that one time when someone said that y'all know over this too. Y'all remember that one time when someone said that Choyeon could beat Johan when Johan appeared in the series, even though his stats were undetectable at that point when he first appeared. Do y'all remember that? And this Johan was pre um Infinite Technique Johan. Y'all remember that? It's Andy. Y'all remember somebody saying that? Let me know if y'all remember. I think someone still thinks that. That's crazy as hell, Slifer. That's crazy. That is crazy. Like I don't understand trolling, you know. Oh my god. Yeah. That's crazy, man. Ooh, no way, PTJ just make me a gun fan, bro. Literally changed me from a hater to a fan. It's Andy. Welcome to the dark side, my guy. Come on over. Come on over. Second on this human carrot. Oh my god. He said Chongyun over Gite. I'm not surprised. I really like Suya. I'm not against the agenda. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. I know I like Suyeon too. I know you love Suyeon as the main character out of all of them, Slifer. But come on now, my guy. Don't mess with that agenda just because you come on now. Don't do it. Don't do it. And this was pre-infinite technique, Johan, we was talking about here. So just think about that. You just hated that gun agenda, every other agenda. Andy, Andy, you just hated that gun agenda, every other agenda. And gun is Timothy. Y'all been, I'll give DT this. DT been on the train too. I know DT was more of a Johan than Daniel, but he reverted to Daniel, so I have to get DT props for that. But yeah, y'all know gun is him. If y'all didn't know, y'all go talk about the last arc. Gap Kim is him, bro. He literally talks shit like he was just a little bro to him. Gap is him. He is him. That's why I said he needs Bray. He won't directly go for UI Daniel. He can start with crew heads for the first J Keys, the Goo, etc. Is Gun still your number one? Gun is still my number one. My number one as a personal favorite characters that I like in the series. Yes. Yeah, I got Gun top 4 right now. Okay. Cypher, who's your top? Who's your top right now? I got Gun 3. Top 3 scaling right now. In the series as of right now, who do y'all got? I want to see y'all top 3, top 4s. Let's go. We haven't talked in a while. I need to know. Bro, Gite take Cho Young's arm in his head and put them in his biscuit tacos. Oh my God. This dude say, hey, the authentic tacos be off the chain. Hey, I'm close to Tijuana. Hey, I go over across that border. Hey, the authentic tacos be off the chain. Just telling y'all. I got Gun number 1, 2. Okay, our top 4 are the same. Daniel, Gun, Shingen, and Gap. Okay. UI him, Daniel, Gapryong, Shingen, and Gap. Yeah. That's a great top 4. Hey, y'all, let me ask y'all a question. Where do y'all place Goo at now? Where do y'all place Goo at? I'm seriously, I'm not trying to troll. I just want a definitive answer. Where does Goo stand in y'all list? Where does he stand? I need to know. He's DT said, I'm gonna explain why I have Gun top 3, maybe even top 2, not top 10. I have Gun top 6. You have Gun top 6? Okay. Since I am a Gun fan, but I see some random comment like Gun is weak and Gun is not stronger than them. But then PTJ made everyone mad because the arc is literally called a Hut for Gun. Real talk, is Goose son of Gap. No, Goo is not the son of Gap. I know that was a little thing that people wanted to push to make this, I don't know, a bloodline thing. And I'm like, nah, he not. I don't think so. I don't think so. No. And all the characters are just the alive ones. I would just say all the characters. All the characters. Goo isn't weak, others are just too strong. That's true. UI Daniel full power to UI Gun, Gite James. Gite James. What about Shing? Oh, you're talking about characters that are alive right now. Okay, Mexico. Oh, what about Shingen? Okay, what about characters both dead and alive? Or alive. Stronger characters, the Goo are Gite, Gun UI, Big Daniel, Shingen, James Lee, Gapryong. All time Goo is currently top 10. I believe so too. And I think you can mess with that order after top 5-ish. You can mess with that order. Don't forget we got Mugen still being a part of this too. So I think Goo is still top 10. Gite is in top 6. Okay. Goo is likely probably Jin Young level. Goo is probably Jin Young level. He is top 10, but in the 10 to 8. Okay. Shintaro. Can't forget about Shintaro. No joke. Goo is still high. Goo is still around gun level. Before y'all laugh at me, hear me out. Not even once we saw Goo using Korean sword art. That fight with Gun is him using Japanese art. Yeah, Andy, but here's my thing with that. When you come to a fight, you have to come with everything. So the way I look at it is I'm not giving Goo an excuse. Goo doesn't deserve excuse. No fighter deserves an excuse. Once you engage into a fight, it is a healthy fight. And remind you not, because if you're going to use that, you also have to put out the fact that Gun was heavily injured before he started fighting Goo. So if you have to use an excuse for Goo, you also have to apply the excuses for Gun. And that's why we're not doing that, because why would you do that? So I just think this I don't think they're relatively the same. TUI Gun, I think, is still higher than Gu. Gu is stated as the Korea source prodigy. Gu damaged himself, by the way, is basically giving Gun advantage. Giving Gun advantage. Giving Gun advantage. Gun was injured before he got into a fight. He just fought Johan. He fought Daniel, even though Daniel had a whole plan. He fought shit. He fought Jake. He fought some workers. Like, come on, man. What are we talking about here? Let's not do this. I like Goo, and I would never downscale him to such a level because he lost to the character that I knew he was going to lose to, which is my favorite character in the series. But come on now. Let's not do this. He is not around Gun level. James, Daniel, Shingen, Gap, Gun are simply far, far above. There is no one between Gun and Goo. Like, power level increases very sharply. Foes. Okay. Blur, do you know in the webtoon Goose said Gun can KO me in one punch? What? In the webtoon version? That came out? Hey, put that in the chat. Put that in the Discord chat. I didn't see that. I've been slacking on that too. Usually, you know this. Usually, I'll read the webtoons version to get more of an accurate description, translation. Put that, my guy DT. Put that in the chat and tell me when you do it. I need to see that. I need to see it. UI Daniel full power Gap J's in the series, Gun in the series. All right, Gun has way more excuses. Yep. Hey Blur, when Johan appeared in Questism, his stats were as Trent said this. So was it the Johan before the fight with Gun or not? Because he unlocked his mastery against Gun. This was based. Here's what we can go through with Johan. This is literally one. He doesn't have both his vision, but two, you can say that he didn't use the antidote that Jin Young gave him at the time. That could be an excuse, but he's in this garment still, the army blue navy fit garment tracksuit garment. He's in his tracksuit still, and that is literally pre 1A. That's pre 1A. So he doesn't know his infinite technique, all this other stuff. So that's still right now what you're talking about, a weaker Johan as a comparison to after the gunfight, which is hilarious to me. Blur, they coping about Sword Zero. Real talk though, if Tom Lee fights Gun, Tom Lee about to get destroyed. Hey, how are the brothers doing? How are the Yamazaki brothers doing though? Y'all notice that nobody bro, how are the Yamazaki brothers doing? I gotta hand it to Tom Lee. He saw what they were doing to his bae as a reporter killed. He completely off-screened them. You didn't hear anything about them. He completely off-screened them. That's wild to me. I gotta hand it to Tom Lee, even though people find him as a joke. Gun got power up, aka Primal Instinct. Normal gun can't even hurt Goo. Remember that. What? Hold on. Whoa. It's Andy. Whoa. You said normal gun couldn't hurt Goo? Or can't hurt Goo? You gotta be crazy. It's Andy. Come on now, dog. Don't do this. Y'all be getting upset, but don't do this. Don't play yourself. Please don't. Goo got necked so badly, he had to do a kamikaze attack. He had to perform a harakiri. Can you define the word opposite? I would do that for you. Gite from Lookism and G Wuso from LC. Goo really got nagged for plot. Trust me, Goo will be back. He says it. True, but he was exaggerated. It's such a shame that Goo didn't get his battle with Gun like he wanted it. Goo still never showed us his real size. The seriousness is still followed by Joe's Goo, almost like Shintaro. He always held back from showing his true side, Pops. Oh, okay. He was being nostalgic, to be honest. Saying Gun wasn't fighting his hardest cause of injuries. Probably Normal Gun versus Goo are equals, but unconscious Gun versus Goo had no chance. That doesn't mean Goo is not strong. It just sees that unconscious reverse size is some next level type of power. Check the Disney blur. I posted it. Thank you, Slifer. Hold on, sorry. Let me see here. There we go. I'm looking at it now, Slifer. The gun I know will knock me out with a single blow. Yup. That is crazy. He said the gun I know will knock me out with a single blow. let me get serious with y'all for a second. It's Andy. It's okay. It's okay, my guy. It's okay. Remember now how fearful. Remember now, this is the gun. Normal gun went against the Yamazaki brothers. How old was he? Wasn't he in middle school at this time? This man unified street gangs on the street like as an elementary kid. Think about that, bro. Come on. Let's stop doing this. Let's stop doing it. Let's stop doing it. The Frog Brothers. He said the Yamazaki twins got great by Tom. Real talk. Didn't Johan develop infinite technique over time? Yes. So he developed infinite technique for sure. He was able to utilize it in his fight against Gun for the very, very first time. Normal Gun is legit stated by Gun that he would get knocked out in one blow. Thank you, Slifer, for posting that. Thank you, DT, for posting that. Thank you, guys. They coping real hard. Goo will go into training. He has to go into training. Gun stated he can one-shot Goo. Goo even obsessed that Gun can't hit Goo properly. Yep, Cap. Gun while fatigued also outspeeds Goo, by the way. 15 to 16. Yep, Blur. Important information, though. Shut the mouth of Goo fans. Goo 100%. Fought 50 to 40% Gun. And Goo even lost. Hey, I told y'all I wasn't trying to slander Goo. I'm not trying to do that by any means. I'm just trying to put out the facts out there. Y'all, Slifer and DT, y'all been with me for a while. Y'all been in this Discord server for a while. Y'all been around this Lookism hypeness for a while. Y'all know how many people try to downplay Gun. Y'all know it so much. It's like time and time again. You get a whole arc of him beating all these second generations 1-1-1-1-1-1-1. And people will still try to find something to put on them. That's wild to me. That's wild. It's wild. It's like Goo just buds. Remember when Sinu went all out against Gite and then he just stood there as a scratch without taking no damage? I feel bad, Sinu. I feel bad for Sinu, Slifer. I ain't gonna lie to you. Even Sinu was shot. He's still top 10. I don't have him top 10s, Sly. Dang. Also, Johan was using CQC, so it was after 1A since he was kidnapped after Hunt for Big Deal when he copied. Senior manager kill. So it was either before 1A or before Hunt for Big Deal or after Hunt for Big Deal. Thank you, Slifer. They did Jays and Daniel fight dirty. Questism. Yep. Actually, that is proven wrong. TUI didn't one-shot Goo. DT, we can discuss it later. Primal Instinct is Primal Instinct. That ain't even Gun. It's like UI Daniel, different version of Gun. Gun in Primal State can't feel anything, bro. It's not even conscious. UI Daniel versus TUI Gun was unnecessary. Sure, Sly. Do you think your Questism Suyoung Kim was on par with that timeline's Johan? Man, oh man. Do I think he was on par with Johan Suyoung? I'll let y'all answer that question. By the way, base Gun is literally Gun just holding back. By the way, he adjusts to make himself weaker. The real dream fight is Audible Hadowan with all the Seal Staff versus UI Daniel without weakness in this room. Actually, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If there was like a fan fight that I would do, a fan fiction fight that I would create, it would be Hadowan versus UI Daniel with all the restrictions off. I know a lot of people gonna say Hadowan because of stats and everything else that he has. Hey, would you like to check out what is this? USO GUI. It's peak. It's about 539.5 chapters. It's finished. It's meant for adults meeting a standard. I currently at chapter 273. It is absolutely fantastic. Just send a link, my guy. He said, Slifer said, don't read it. All right, Slifer. Slifer helping me out. That's the Discord. I think Sion is a lot stronger than people give him credit for. I do too. Base Gun is stronger than injured true UI Gun. Hey Blur, I think what PTJ tried to do is that making everyone to hate each other after God beat everyone, and then I am blaming this arc because this arc might remind me of Hunt for second gen. I agree, Sly. All I'm saying is like y'all downplaying Goo, like Goo is still not showing his true size. Someone that even Gun himself acknowledged that they can off him does speak volume. I'll give you that. If there was one character, because Gun did state if there was characters that If there were people that he knew could take him down, the possibility was Goo. Um, it was good. Yeah, Goo was in there, and who else was it? I have the top 10 still as relative. By the way, what do you think about Jay saying he won't struggle against Gunn or Daniel? He won't struggle. When did Jay said he wouldn't struggle against Gunn or Daniel? When did he say that? Huh? Foes, tell me. When did he say that? What chapter did he say that? Who's more powerful, Daniel or Ha Dong Wan? I say as of now, that might actually go to Ha Dong Wan. He just beat his Wraith. And he has a lot more hacks. It is y'all know this. Y'all love Daniel, but he can't even control his Ultra Instinct. Dude, Gunthy's base Daniel can kill him. I found part sold me another son for the future. Tom, him being tough doesn't mean he's ass. Do you think it questions of Sunyo and Kim current status on par with that timeline's Johan? I'm sending in the Discord photo. He said Tom Lee, by the way. The art has improved even more. What are some character interactions you want to see? It looks as a crossover. Soon Young with Daniel Park. I want to see all the main characters get together. I want to see Habin, Soon Young, and I want to see Daniel all interact with one another and even engage in battle. In a little shuffle, if you will. I think that would be so fucking dope. I don't know how that would go out, but I just know it would be dope. Uh, like it's obvious that Gu hasn't gone all out. This arc is specifically made for Gun to show the full extent of the Yamazaki G. There is a reason even UI Daniel got countered. Hello. Oh yeah, did you see Eli Jr. appear during Juvenile Law? I haven't read Juvenile Law yet. Oh, like a No Way Home. What do you think? Who cut Tom Lee's hand? Man, I can see Kite cutting Tom Lee's hand with his down tomahawk. I preach God massively above Gu, and I was right. Tom Lee Gu went all out. He says it himself. The fight that would really have the community in shambles would be Johan versus Lil Daniel. That was true. That's true though. DT. He says Johan wins. Wow. I do. You know what? I'll play into this. I do think so. And this is for me saying it. I think because Daniel has an issue and he's not able to control Ultra Instinct, that gives the edge to Johan, especially Johan, how he advanced after his gunfight. Now, if there was pre-gunfight, to me, that's a different story. And y'all know this too, because I talked about this time and time again. But now you see the outcomes of both characters and where they're at. Johan has an edge over Lil Daniel. But when Lil Daniel learns how to control his Ultra Instinct, that's a different conversation. Amanda has reached the pinnacle, can't lose to anyone who has it. I think it's simple. Amanda has reached the pinnacle, can't lose to anyone who has it. I think it's simple. I think you need a chill, Slifer. We still got a long shot from here. Yeah, I did hear about the Great War Marvel. That's currently on Patreon. He said that in Web 2 translations, his statement was he would struggle against God or Daniel in Choliang form. Implying he won't in his current state. Chapter was the same as Gun versus you. Yeah, he would struggle, but that doesn't mean he would outright beat them. I think he said that he might even lose, interpreting his words. I don't think that just means when he fights them that the fight is going, he's going to low dip them. Sly, you think Shingen has masteries? Oh, exactly enough for Shingen. Exactly enough for Shingen. You crazy as hell. The 3NCs would be awesome. Other stuff I would like is Zach and Hajun. That would be cool. Gun and Guja somehow. And maybe one of the kids that are out there with the V hit or quest some cast. For real. Jada Mujin is also equal to Gap. What do you think? Mujin has been stated to be relative to Gap. I know what one term, but Mujin has been up there, so we can't forget about them. We can't forget about him. What do you think about Tekka's bad faith when he says that Gonso G's statement about Gites are false? Seriously, what is that? Blur was a heavily weakened gun and holding back Daniel. Yeah, not sure. He hasn't shown he might be naturally strong, but he probably has. True. DT, true. Gen Zero is monsters. They are monsters, though. They are monsters. Four Figure Son is featured Big Daniel. Oh man. Tech and Cappy 24/7. Tech and Cappy too. Yeah, we just see Jerry's improvement. Mexican tacos, blur, Gute, eating choya. Hey, that man about to he said he about to turn him into a Mexican salad. That's come on, that's wild. The statement is actually somewhat false. Got some statement, I mean. Shingen was referring to Jin Young when he said that he can't help but remember that man. Yeah. What do you think about Lyman? Lyman about to come and do some crazy things, man. That's all I know. Remember that. Remember that, man. But all right, guys, I got to cut this live stream, man. It's been great getting back on here. So every Thursday, you guys can be expecting a live stream of Lookism and talking about the chapter. I've absolutely enjoyed this. Thank you guys for coming. Make sure to like the live stream. Every time I got to get back on the grind. This is what it is. I know life has been hidden blurred from all sides, but thank y'all for being patient. I appreciate it. I appreciate DT, Slifer, Andy, Mamad, NX8, Zay, Jonathan. I appreciate y'all. Toji. I appreciate y'all for showing your boy some love still, even after all this time. I always appreciate y'all, Hassan, DJ Sunjin Woo, Foes. I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming for the live stream so very much. And I'll keep saying it time and time again. But yeah, man, more of these every Thursday. Just expect that every Lookism we gonna do the live stream so we can talk about the chapters. But I miss this, I do, and I'll see y'all next time. All right, see y'all next time.